Hey guys, Trevor here. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to use PayPal. All of the ins and outs of setting up either a personal or a business account, whether you're on an iPhone, Android, and you wanted to use that PayPal app, or whether you're on a computer and you just wanted to use PayPal.com. I'm going to walk you through everything there is to know about PayPal, signing up for it, using it, etc. Now, keep in mind, PayPal isn't necessarily a bank. In a lot of ways, PayPal is an intermediary between your bank and whoever you're sending or receiving money from. So you have your bank account, your checking account, savings account, and then PayPal can act as the intermediary when you're either buying some goods on a website or sending money or receiving money from somebody, etc. Now, if you're signing up for PayPal, you'll be able to see initially, you'll be asked, do you want to sign up for a personal PayPal account or a business PayPal account? Now, they're a bit different. A personal account is just sending and receiving money from friends, making purchases online, whereas a business is if your business is sending out invoices to be paid by other people, and then they'll pay you through PayPal. In most cases, if you're just signing up, you're probably signing up for a personal account. So if you tap on personal, and if you've never signed up before, you'll be able to see it gives you the sign up option. And in this case, you can go through the personal option, either on the website-based version, if you're on a phone or computer, or of course, you can also just download and install the PayPal app and go through the same process of signing up. Now, keep in mind, PayPal is sort of a regulated bank, so they will require certain information from you. They'll need your name, your full name, your email address, your phone number, your physical address, and sometimes they'll even need your social security number. Keep in mind, PayPal is a publicly traded company. It's a very trusted, well-known company. It's been around for a decade plus. So all of these are legitimate. Just make sure you're on the PayPal app or paypal.com. So just sign up for your account and let me just autofill all of this stuff. And I'm going to sign into my account and show you kind of what it looks like and how to use it. So let me just hop into PayPal here and hit login. Now, let me use that again. Now you'll be able to see once you do sign up for PayPal, you'll see a screen that looks like this. And it will advertise to you a bunch of different options and show you different things around PayPal. But as I said in the very beginning, PayPal is sort of an intermediary. So the first thing that I would recommend doing is linking together a checking account or a savings account so that you can pull money from that checking or savings account into PayPal to do things like send money to friends and pay for things. Or basically, if somebody sends money to you, you can link that account and then pull it back into your checking account. So to do that, we can tap on accounts here at the bottom left. And you can see as you scroll down, you can see linked banks and cards. You can see a couple different checking cards here, debit cards I have on here, as well as credit cards. I'm just going to tap on add new, and I'm going to add a new one. So you can choose to either add a bank, again, checking account or savings account, a debit card, or a credit card. In most cases, I would recommend starting off with a bank. And all you need to do is find that bank on this list or just tap on search. Let's say you have Wells Fargo. They make it pretty easy because all you need to do is tap on it, and then you'll go through the process of essentially logging into your Wells Fargo account through PayPal. It'll link everything up and everything will be working normally. Now, after you've done that, I'm going to walk you through some simple tasks that you can do on PayPal. You can see if I go home, here is my PayPal balance. Essentially, this is the money that lives within PayPal in that intermediary. So somebody might have sent you money through PayPal and it will be in that balance until you withdraw it and send it to your checking or savings account. Or you can pull that money from your checkings and savings account and put it into your PayPal balance just to kind of live there until you decide to send it, either through friends and family, to send it to someone you like or know for a payment or something like that, or to buy something online. I'll show you all those. Now, if you wanted to top up your PayPal balance, you can always tap on it, your PayPal balance here, and then you can see in my case, I can choose to transfer or add money. Again, transfer means if you want to transfer it out of PayPal. So transfer to a bank, essentially this is the checking or savings account that you just linked. However, in some instances, you might want to tap on add money and top up the money in your PayPal account to be able to buy things. You can see here is my Bank of America account that I have linked on here, and I have a couple different accounts. You might have a debit card or a different card on here. Just choose the one that you want, and then you can choose the amount. Then it will immediately transfer that funds from your checking and savings account over to PayPal. Now, once it's in PayPal, you can do several different things. Let's say you wanted to send that money through PayPal to someone. You can hit the send and request button at the very bottom center, and you'll be able to see it says send or request money. So this is either sending it from your account to someone else or requesting that someone else send that money to you. In this case, I'm going to choose my brother Tyler. And let's say I wanted to send him $1. I can tap on $1. I can choose the denomination or currency here. You can see it defaults to US dollar because I'm in the United States. I can add a little note and then I can hit send. Now, when I've done that, it will pop up with this screen. It says, okay, where is it going to send from? And you can choose which account. You can either choose your balance. This is your PayPal balance that you already have in your PayPal account. Or you can instead choose to pull it from a debit card or credit card, whatever you want. You can see these credit cards do have a fee associated with it, whereas a debit card won't have a fee or a bank account won't have a fee. Now, let's also go back and you'll notice when you send money, it says friends and family. If I tap on that, you can see goods and services or friends and family. Essentially, friends and family means you're sending and receiving money to and from people that you know, and there's no protection around those. There's no purchase protection. However, if you're buying something or getting a haircut or something like that, and you want purchase protection, aka if they don't actually mail you that physical item, or they didn't actually do the service and you don't necessarily like the service that you got and you want a refund, you want to make sure to choose for goods and services. Keep in mind, when you do this as the person that's sending the money, you won't be charged any fees on here. This is because the basically kind of business owner in this case is the other person. So you're sending money through goods and family. So the other person is the business owner, and they will have a fee taken out of the amount of money that you send them. Essentially, this pays for PayPal to run this protection for you yourself as the buyer in case you need to get a refund or anything like that. Now, let's say in this case, it's just my brother, so I'm going to do friends and family. And then you can see PayPal fee is nothing. In total, it'll send $1 and estimated to be delivered in seconds. So this is kind of the core bread and butter of PayPal. It's sending and receiving money either to friends and family or paying for services. However, you might have found that you're checking out on a website and it says PayPal. So you can see Anahold granola, some granola that I love. Let's say I'm buying a couple bags of granola. And when I scroll down, it says I can check out. This is just the default. Enter your credit card, enter your billing address. But there's also a PayPal option. And you might have seen that. You probably have seen that when you check out online. If you tap on PayPal here, essentially what it does is it pulls all of that information that you have linked up to PayPal and shows it here. So you can see, all right, it says pay in full today, or I can do PayPal credit. Essentially, I'll be able to pay a little bit now and a little bit later. On here, it pulls in my Bank of America debit card on here. I can tap on the little drop down and I can choose to pay through a credit card. Keep in mind, all of these are linked up in my PayPal account. So PayPal is essentially saying, hey, these are the bank accounts that we have linked up, credit cards that we have linked up, all of that stuff. Which one do you want to pull that payment from? You can see I have a $2 PayPal balance that I could use if you have a balance. The shipping address, again, this is a shipping address that PayPal keeps on file. And then the total here. And then when you hit review, order, and purchase, essentially what this means is by going through this process, all of the payment will go through PayPal. So PayPal will basically order that and send the payment from your debit card or credit card through PayPal over to the actual company that you're buying something through online. Now, this is a pretty cool feature, and essentially, I would recommend doing this if it's a sketchy website. It's especially helpful if it's a sketchy website because PayPal has all sorts of protections in addition to your credit card. So by going through this process and paying and checking out through PayPal, you have all of PayPal's protections in addition to your credit card or debit card protections. Now, let's go back over to the PayPal app, and I want to show you some other things as well. If you go home, there are some other things that you can do with PayPal. For instance, you can see PayPal cashback credit card on here. You can pool money together. You can even borrow money from PayPal. You can see it says you pay later, spending is $2,900. So essentially, I can borrow up to $2,900 from PayPal. I can also buy crypto if I wanted to, and then put it in a high yield savings account. You can see up to 3.5% APY. So PayPal does have some other options like savings account and borrowing money, but essentially they're not a traditional FDIC insured bank account. You will have that through Bank of America or Wells Fargo or anything like that. And a lot of times PayPal acts as the intermediary, pulling money from that bank account and then either paying for goods and services or sending money to friends or someone else sending money to you. And then from there, you can have your PayPal balance on there. And then when you have your PayPal balance, of course, you can then pull that money and then put it into your checking account or savings account or anything like that. I hope this helps. If it did, hit the subscribe button down below. It really helps me out. Thanks, guys.